Hey everyone, Raider here. Hope you're all doing great and having a fantastic day. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 10 reasons why you may want to consider upgrading to the Samsung Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, or S23 Ultra. I could easily put out another video for 10 reasons why you shouldn't upgrade, especially with times being a little tough here in 2023, but we're going to focus on the positives in this video. So the first reason you might want to consider the upgrade is because of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. For those of us in the US, we've had Snapdragon chips exclusively for a long time now, but in other parts of the world, you've been stuck on the Exynos chipset. So the Snapdragon is going to be released worldwide this year. So for many of you, you're going to be getting a completely different SoC than what you're used to having in the past. So this is definitely a formidable reason why you might want to consider upgrading to one of the S23 phones. The next reason is if you're looking to upgrade to the S23 Plus or the S23 Ultra, both of those models are supposed to become equipped with Wi-Fi 7, whereas the base model S23 will still feature Wi-Fi 6. So if you want to stay up to date, bleeding edge, and you want to be ready for the next Wi-Fi initiatives, the S23 Plus and the S23 Ultra will have you covered with Wi-Fi 7. The third reason, and probably one of the main reasons for a lot of you, is going to be the 200 megapixel main shooter. So this is going to replace the 108 megapixel shooter that we have on the S22 Ultra. And for those of you coming from the Fold line, this is going to be a formidable upgrade. My only concern with this camera is that typically when Samsung releases new camera hardware, not so much the software, but when they release new hardware, new lenses, new processors for those lenses, things are usually a little shaky during year one, but I'm hoping since this particular sensor is already out on another device already, that they've kind of gone through some of that troubleshooting and have got past some of those woes. So I'm really hopeful we get a little bit better shutter speed. The shutter lag on the Galaxy devices is real, and that's something that I know Samsung is looking to address. So hopefully we see improvements in that area. And we should see sharper, higher resolution, more detailed pictures out of a 200 megapixel camera. All of the rear lenses are a little bit larger than they were on the S22 Ultra, while we do take a small hit on the performance on the front-facing camera. I think it's going down from 40 to 12, but there won't be any binning. So pretty good upgrade on the camera department, at least on paper. The next reason you might want to consider upgrading is that the storage speed is getting ramped up to UFS 4.0. That gives us a throughput of up to 23.2 gigabytes per second, or gigabits per second, pardon me. And that's a formidable increase over the, UFS 3.2 or 3.1 that we have on the devices now. Nonetheless, a formidable upgrade as far as storage speeds go. All right, so the next reason you might want to consider upgrading is we now have a boost in the RAM throughput as well. So we are looking at LPDDR5X RAM, up from LPDDR5. Should give us about a 5 to 10% boost in speed, at least that's what I'm seeing in documents. How that translates to real world speed improvements, I'm not sure, but time will tell. But nonetheless, we are seeing the upgrade with all of the S23s. The next reason you might want to consider upgrading is we are now looking at support for AV1 decoding. So AV1 is a successor to the H.264 codec. And I shouldn't say codec, I should say encoding. So if you're familiar with video editing or picture processing, you're familiar with H.264, H.265, and the other codecs that are available, or encoding, I should say. But in this case, we're getting the upscaled version of that, which is a new AV1 standard that just recently came out. So the S23 line will feature support for it. Another reason you might want to consider upgrading, I know I'm rifling through these, is the X70 modem that Snapdragon is going to be implementing on the S23. This is going to give us better 5G speeds as well as multi-gigabit throughput for our modem. So we should get faster upload speeds, download speeds, just faster interactions with our applications as a whole in general. All right, so the next reason that you may want to consider upgrading, and now I'm kind of focusing on the pre-order time, and that is Samsung is talking about doing the same thing with the S23 line that they did with the Z Fold 4 line, and that is for those of you that choose to pre-order, which pre-orders are going up on February 1st, you're going to be looking at a free memory upgrade. And I know I shouldn't say memory, I should say storage, pardon me. You're going to be looking at a free storage upgrade. So for those of you that are interested in the 256, you should be able to get the 512 gigabyte version of storage for the same price. So it definitely a thing to consider when doing the pre-order, and definitely something to consider for your long-term storage needs. You should be getting double the storage from 256 to 512, and I don't know if they're going to offer the same deal for 512 up to 1 terabyte. I'm not sure. But I have seen plenty of reports of the 256 up to 512 for free. Another reason why you might want to consider upgrading is if you get it on the pre-order, at least here in the United States, you're looking at getting a free set of Galaxy Buds 2 Pro with your pre-order. I reviewed these on the channel a few months back when they first came out. I still use them every single day, and they are absolutely fantastic. So if you don't have a set of Galaxy Buds 2 Pro already, definitely, it's definitely worth considering when doing the upgrade process or considering your trade-in values that you're going to get for your devices come February 1st. I think those retail for about $230. At least that's what they're going for right now. So that's a pretty nice inclusion for free. Another good reason that you might want to consider upgrading, and I think this brings us to our final real reason, is that Samsung is predicting a pretty tough 2023. Sales for their foldable devices have gone down quite a bit in the last quarter here of 2022, and now here in early 2023, Samsung is forecasting a pretty rough year. So my thought is that they're most likely going to entice us with some pretty incredible trade-in options. I would not be surprised at all if many folks are able to trade in, let's say, their Z Flip 5, your Z Flip 4, or your S23 Ultra, and basically walk away with the S23 for free. If not free, no more than maybe say $100 or so. So if you're looking to pre-order, or if you're even thinking about it, I would definitely keep your eyes on Samsung's site come February 1st, right after the Samsung Unpacked event. And keep your eye on the trade-in deals, because it might be lucrative just to stay ahead of the game, also for the sake of staying up with the OS updates, right? So if you are on, let's say, an S20 or S21, you're starting to get towards the end of your OS updates that you're going to get from Samsung. So if you take the bite or take the hit and do the upgrade and pay like $100 for it, you still get your Galaxy Buds for free. You're going to get the memory upgrade for free. And then you're going to get 4 years of OS updates and 5 years of security updates from here on out. So you're kind of future-proofing yourself. All right, so that was 10 reasons why you might want to consider upgrading to the Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, or S23 Ultra. As always, thanks for watching.